Well, every once in a while you run across a tractor with a very well-known name, but some uncommon features added on to the tractor. And Clay Brown from Ohio, tell us just a little bit about the case that's sitting right here.
It's a 1966 150, and it's got a Blitz Fogger set up on it. It's a mosquito fogger. They made them in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and they made them for a while, but they cut them off. They were driving through their poison, what they were doing when they were using them. So
a little bit dangerous that way.
Yeah, a little dangerous, yes.
And what did people say when you said, well, I'm going to find a Blitz Fogger to put on my case tractor?
They told me you will never, ever find one. Said they all rusted out. They rusted the exhaust off the tractors. They said there are none of them left. You can't find them.
And then what happened?
Well, after I started looking 2 years later, I got a call from a guy in New York, and he asked me if I was still looking for a fogger, and I told him, yeah, I sure am. And he said, well, a buddy of mine just bought a piece of property up here, and said there was one in the rafters of the garage if you still want it. And I said, yes, sir, I still want it.
How did that fogger work?
It feeds into the exhaust, and all you do is crack the valve open, have a hot exhaust, and when the solution went into the exhaust, it blew it out in a fog and killed the mosquitoes.
Tell me, you found just a little bit more than the fogger itself. You've got a whole display, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I've got one on an old Davis push mower, one that was made for a push mower, and I have a handheld one that ran off propane, too. So.
And how long was the Blitz Fogger around, do you think?
You know, I don't know. I know I don't know. There's not a lot. I haven't got a lot of information on them as far as that goes. I've tried to find out, but I know they got shut off sometime in the 60s. So.
And tell us just a little bit about the 1966 Case 150. This is one of their most popular tractors, isn't it?
Yeah, for that year, it was the best seller of all of them because it was smaller. It wasn't like a 190 with the big wheels and everything, and it was a pretty popular little tractor.
And what do you like about it?
I like the fact that me and my daughter put it together. It was a family project, and we put the thing together, and she wanted something to show, and I said, let's get you one of these, and that's what we did.
And I know you collect big farm tractors, but it was really your daughter that got you into the Case Garden models, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. She needed something to show, and I thought, I'm not putting her on a big tractor. So we'll get her a garden tractor, and now it's turned into 4. So.
And what do you like about the 150 when you're driving it around, how it works? What do you think Case did right with this tractor?
Well, it's a good little tractor as far as that goes. It's older, so it's crude, but it's a good little tractor. The hydraulic drive is very nice on it, and I wish it had a holding valve on it because when you go down a hill, it just freewheels. So you have to learn how to drive it. I had to teach Madison how to drive it because I was afraid she'd wreck it at a show.
And tell us just a little bit about the wheels.
That's a Miller dual kit on it. It's rings, and then I use some Cub Cadet hubs to fill the outside holes on the outside wheel. But it's nothing real special, but it's a nice little dual kit.
And so dualies like that, do you think that was found back in the day in the 1960s?
No, I don't think so. They may have had some. I know some Sears had them on them, some Craftsman, but I don't think 8 Cases had them.
And tell us what kind of shape this tractor was in when you got a hold of it. You did the work, didn't you?
Yeah, we did the work. It was in decent shape, ran good and everything. We replaced the sheet metal on it and the seats and everything else, but it was in decent mechanical shape, and the rest of it needed replaced. That's just how it worked. We used guide or sheet metal on it, and everything turned out real well with it.
And when you take this one with the Blitz Fogger to a show, what kind of reaction do you get?
A lot of, I've never seen anything like that before, and I can't believe they made something like that. So that's always the reaction I get.
And Clay, do you have the sense that you and your daughter Madison are preserving just a little bit of history?
Oh yes, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. You know, there's not a lot of these old tractors around anymore, and especially these old Cases. And I'm enjoying the whole time with it. My big tractors are sitting, like I say, and I'm messing with these now. So.
All right, Clay Brown, thanks so much. If you've never seen a Case 150 with the Blitz Fogger, you've seen one now. Thank you for catching Classic Tractor Fever. If you can't get enough Case, be sure to check out these other stories. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to keep more Classic Tractor Fever rolling.